Today marks the end of Lil Durk. It was just revealed that Chicago rapper Lil Durk's sister-in-law accused King Von's cousin OTF Vonni of being a rat and snitch in the murder-for-hire federal case via an IG post. In court today, his file was updated showing he's no longer in Bureau of Prisons custody, meaning he's likely out on house arrest. Vonni then got a phone and messaged someone close, but that person flipped and leaked it all, exposing Vonni as a snitch. Vonni texted, "Yeah, I'm trying to plea out on a 32. The base for an M for hire. Max is 43, which is life, but I'd get -2 for a plea, -1 for early plea, -2 for no background. So I'll have 27 points only, 5 to 7 years. Better than trial. I might get an elbow. I don't want to get done like them other boys." He was referring to Jam, who also snitched on Lil Durk. More on him later. I found out why they snitched on Durk. Let me explain. Involved Durk, Vonni, and FD. New leaked Lil Ted body cam footage shows him begging to snitch on Durk and F members, changing the case. Durk's lawyer requested more time on their bond proposal, raising questions about who Lil Ted is and what he told feds. Lil Ted is Dee Dee's brother, also related to Vonni. Two key figures. When police arrested Lil Ted at a local convenience store, he had a gun in his jeans, a serious offense that worked out for Vonni and Diag.
What about that? A man had an extended clip. That's cool though, right?
With Lil Ted now arrested alongside Vonni and Dee Dee already locked up with Durk, they all turned on Durk, taking family ties to a new level by snitching. When Lil Ted was being taken to the station, even before stepping inside, tears were already running down his face as he told police, "I swear I'll tell y'all about the passings." Hoping to avoid jail, but for him, it was already too late.
Hey, stop it. Stop it.
Placed into the holding cell, Led is seen crying uncontrollably, wanting nothing more than to snitch on the gang members he knows and be taken out of jail to go home.
Out
of the three, Led was the first named in court paperwork to start snitching in the F case. So when news broke about someone with the family's last name snitching in court docs, everyone assumed it was Dee Dee. But in truth, it was actually his younger brother. Now with Dee and Vonni snitching too, it likely happened because their mothers and families sat them down, convincing them not to waste their lives, something common in cases like this. Since they've had tight family bonds forever, police likely got them in the same room just to flip on Lil Durk while they're snitching and improving their own outcomes. Lil Durk is facing the heat. In case you missed it, the news reported Chicago rapper Lil Durk was involved in an altercation inside a jail this morning. That led to Lil Baby tweeting, "I don't care about anything else other than Durk right now. Free the bro." As the world tried to make sense of what happened to Lil Durk, it started with news that his day one homie Glee passed away last night in Chicago. That makes multiple members targeted, raising the question, who wants revenge on F? Fans noticed members getting hit the same day. Wand Rondo and LOL Tim gave separate interviews, both dropped the exact same day. Some call it coincidence. Others say it's to avoid Fed suspicion of a hit on Lil Durk, giving them an alibi. As Lil Tim said,
I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, yeah, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. But like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That shit never happened like that.
As Quando Rondo even said the very same thing, saying he wishes it had been handled in a different way.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this book that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever. Like they could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
Two of Lil Durk's ops both did interviews on the same day, praising Lil Durk and wishing things had gone differently. While it didn't seem suspicious to some, many believe they moved quickly on Durk because he was close to being released, to figure out when his release might happen. It's key to look at news from Durk's father, who said Durk may be released on bond. With this being his third attempt, his lawyers submitted an offer so strong that the judge can't refuse it.
I just left the courtroom for the bond hearing for my son for the release for the third time. This time it was very fair. The judge was very fair. He wasn't co-prosecutor, he wasn't co-defense, but he was co-justice. So he listened to all the evidence, and he's going to be ruling in the next 2 days about what his position is for the bond. But we were very pleased at how it turned out. So continue, family, friends, and fans, continue to keep us in your prayers. Thank you, and inshallah, God willing, this be victorious for us, and we have a good ruling in our favor.
As prosecutors dropped evidence against Lil Durk, leading to a possible release date. The news reported today during Lil Durk's court hearing. Prosecutors told the judge they're willingly discarding evidence while reading it aloud in front of everyone. This raised questions about how it could affect the rest of his bond hearing. Though dropping the evidence was good news, the process felt corrupt. They stood in front of the judge and said, "We are dropping this evidence." As lyrics played, told me. They got an Addy to go. Got location go. Look on the news. See your son screaming? No, no. The projector screen showed a news clip of Quando Rondo yelling no on the sidewalk.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
Which is a very shady and improper way of dropping evidence. Because, yes, it's good the evidence is gone, but the judge will still keep this in mind when deciding if Durk should get a bond or not. This even led to Charleston White saying,
"This is a real thing." Now that the force was a dark force, it was a dark energy. I think we now finally get to put that fire out. I don't think we'll hear drill music ever again. I don't think drill rappers would ever be celebrated ever again. Down goes the drill. So this is a victory for law-abiding Americans who like hip-hop music but don't like the killing part of it.
Since Charleston White didn't like the idea of Durk getting out, Durk's lawyer, Drew Finneling, revealed his release date and explained how prosecutors ruined their own case.
The other allegation they backed away from, which was huge, shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As he stated, the case is falling apart for prosecutors who can no longer use Durk's lyrics. This led Durk's lawyer to call the charges a joke. The feds only had lyric-based evidence, but now they aren't even using it.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment that did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part after. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized Yes.
While Drew gave interviews awaiting the judge's decision, 1 week later, the judge finally ruled. Durk was seen entering the courtroom as headlines read, "The feds say Lil Durk must go completely broke and give up all property to get bond. They fear he might use his wealth to put bounties on witnesses."